Hey YouTube, this is DukeLoops1993 here to do another video. I probably said I was going to stop at the intro. It's a habit. I can't break it. Today I'm going to review a comic. I'm going to review Moon Knight, Volume 1, The Bottom. This is the first volume in the, the newer Moon Knight series. It actually canceled, and they relaunched it with Vengeance of the Moon Knight, which is a pretty good book. The only two issues that come out I've enjoyed. This is collects the first 6 issues of the series. This was I got this for with 5 other books. I got this Bullet Points by JMS, Spider-Man the Other, Evolve or Die, the second volume of Young Avengers, which I ordered to have reviewed, and you can check that out. And what was that last one? I got the first volume of New Avengers. This was pretty. This was confusing when I first read it. If it starts out with Moon Knight fighting crimes in the city, and you hear the inside of his head talk about how he was an Avenger and his past and what's happened to him, and Moon Knight is one of those obscure characters. Again, I'm doing obscure characters. Sorry for my subscribers who aren't into comics. He's basically a Batman-esque character who wears white. The idea is, in the sands of ancient Egypt, Mark Spector, that's his real name, was savagely beaten and left for dead. His body was basically whacked and he was in unbearable pain, and he was basically going to die until I don't know if this name Koatsu came, a great god who needed a weapon, an arbiter of vengeance on Earth, willing to pay on his behalf for those who deserve it. The pact was made and the warrior was born. I'm reading the back of the book, I'm sorry. Moon Knight. The knight had a new protector, Mark Spector, had a reason to live. A new responsibility to find redemption, and new lust for life and sense of purpose. Not so long ago, now is faced with the question of never had reckoned with before. What happens when your god has forsaken you? This is essentially, he's down on his luck. He's the god, I can't say his name, Khonsu, I guess it's Khonsu. Essentially, goes through pain, and he's kind of having a problem trying to fix up his life. The god has kind of forsaken him and left him for dead, and he just doesn't know what to do with his life. And throughout this, he gets in a fight with Taskmaster. And I love Taskmaster's costume. He has the coolest costume ever. If you want to know what he is, go to a comic book website, type in Taskmaster. He has the most over-the-top costume ever. He has a hood, a skull face, a giant sword, a shield, boots, a bow and arrow. It's awesome. Now, the story in here is pretty good. Now, to the creators. The writer is Charlie Huston. Charlie Huston is actually a best-selling author. He's known for the Hank Thompson trilogy. I'm not much of a book reader. I only read the comics. I'm that lame. Not lame. What's the word? Uneducated. Yeah, that's the word. He does a good job here. I don't know if he's done comics before this, but he does an okay job. I had to reread this because it got confusing. It was just kind of the whole god, the idea that he's sold to a god and what he's going through was confusing. But after reading this, I liked it. The art's done by David Finch. David Finch, he's well known for, I think, he did Avengers Disassemble with Bendis. He did the first trade of, he did some New Avengers. He did Ultimatum, which is a book you don't want to read. I think I've mentioned that in the past. But his art's stellar. This book, it's a little confusing. It has good action. Once you kind of study it, it does give you a good kind of look into what he is and really his inner demons and how he's kind of stuck with the gods, with this god. It's very interesting story. I have to give this an 8 out of 10. It was enjoyable. Art's beautiful to look at. I guess that's all. I'll be around later.